And the Oscar goes to Whoopi Goldberg.
Hollywood is built on illusion, movie magic, carefully crafted images, and sometimes carefully crafted names. Because believe it or not, some of the most famous women in entertainment weren't born with the names that made them household names. One future superstar grew up with a name so ordinary that nobody could have guessed it would one day become a global brand. Another became famous under a name that was actually the result of a lifelong pronunciation mistake. After years of following Hollywood news, celebrity interviews, red carpet events, and all the stories that happen after the cameras stop rolling, one thing becomes clear. Behind almost every famous name is an even more fascinating story. Today, we're counting down the top 10 female celebrities who changed their names. Some of these women built careers under names that became known around the world, while the names they were actually born with have been almost completely forgotten. And a few of those original names might genuinely surprise you. So let's begin. Number 10, Amanda Lee Rogers. Amanda Lee Rogers was just a teenager growing up in Australia. Like countless young dreamers, she imagined a future much bigger than the world around her. But Amanda felt there was one thing holding her back: her name. It sounded ordinary. It didn't sound like the name of someone destined for red carpets, magazine covers, and television fame. So at just 15 years old, she decided to reinvent herself. Inspired by Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice, she chose the name Portia. Then she added the elegant surname, de Rossi. At the time, nobody could have guessed where that decision would lead. The new name would eventually appear on television screens around the world. Millions of viewers would come to know it, and the young Australian girl would grow up to become one of television's most recognizable faces. That woman was Portia de Rossi. Portia became famous through hit shows such as Ally McBeal, Arrested Development, and Scandal. Today, Portia is 53 years old and has largely stepped away from acting. She now focuses on business ventures and philanthropy alongside her wife, television icon Ellen DeGeneres. Not bad for a teenager who simply decided she wanted a more memorable name. Number 9, Olivia Jane Cockburn. Olivia Jane Cockburn grew up surrounded by writers, journalists, and creative thinkers. A career in the arts almost seemed inevitable. But when she began pursuing acting professionally, she faced an unexpected challenge: her surname. Many Americans struggle to pronounce it correctly, and in Hollywood, confusion can be a career obstacle. So Olivia looked to one of her literary heroes for inspiration: the legendary writer, Oscar Wilde. She adopted his surname and stepped into the entertainment world with a brand new identity. At first, it seemed like a small change, but that new name soon started appearing in major productions. Audiences remembered it, casting directors remembered it, and before long, Olivia Jane Cockburn was becoming one of Hollywood's most recognizable stars. That woman was Olivia Wilde. From House to Tron Legacy, and later directing the critically acclaimed Booksmart, Olivia built an impressive career both in front of and behind the camera. Today, Olivia is 42 years old and remains one of Hollywood's most respected actress-directors. Number 8, Karen Elaine Johnson. Karen Elaine Johnson didn't come from Hollywood royalty. Her journey to stardom was anything but conventional. In her early performing days, she worked tirelessly, taking opportunities wherever she could find them. Then something unusual happened. People around her began teasing her with a nickname inspired by a whoopee cushion. Most performers would probably try to forget a nickname like that. Karen embraced it. Then came a memorable surname that helped complete her new stage identity. Together, the two names created something impossible to ignore. Soon that unique name began appearing on movie posters, award show stages, and television screens around the world. Karen Elaine Johnson was about to become a household name. That woman was Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi went on to achieve the rare EGOT distinction, winning an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. Today, at 70 years old, she remains a major television personality through The View and continues to be one of America's most recognizable entertainers. Only in Hollywood could a nickname inspired by a whoopee cushion lead to legendary status. Number 7. Demetria Jean Gynes. Demetria Jean Gynes faced challenges early in life. Her childhood was far from glamorous. But as she entered adulthood and pursued acting, she began simplifying parts of her identity. First, she shortened her first name. Demetria became Demi. Later, she adopted a surname from her first husband. At the time, neither decision seemed particularly significant. But together, they created a name that audiences would never forget. Soon, that name started appearing on movie posters everywhere. Then came box office success. Then superstardom. Demetria Jean Gynes was becoming one of the biggest actresses in Hollywood. That woman was Demi Moore. From Ghost to A Few Good Men and Indecent Proposal, Demi became one of the defining stars of the late 1980s and 1990s. Today, at 63 years old, she continues to enjoy a successful career resurgence and remains an influential figure in Hollywood. Number 6. Norma Jean Mortensen. Norma Jean Mortensen's early life was filled with uncertainty. She spent much of her childhood moving between foster homes and difficult circumstances. Yet despite those challenges, she dreamed of something bigger. When she entered the worlds of modeling and acting, studio executives believed she needed a more glamorous identity, something brighter, something unforgettable. A new first name was selected. A family surname was borrowed. The transformation seemed simple, but it would eventually become one of the most successful image makeovers in entertainment history. Soon, the new name appeared everywhere: newspapers, billboards, movie theaters, and eventually, all around the world. The young woman once known as Norma Jean Mortensen was becoming a legend, a symbol of Hollywood glamour, a face the world would never forget. That woman was Marilyn Monroe. More than 6 decades after her death, Marilyn remains one of the most iconic figures in entertainment history. Her image continues to symbolize classic Hollywood glamour, unlike almost anyone else. Some stars become famous. Marilyn became timeless. Number 5. Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman entered the entertainment industry at a very young age. Unlike many celebrities on this list, her reason for changing names wasn't about marketing. It was about privacy. As her acting career began taking off, her family wanted some separation between her public identity and private life. So she adopted her grandmother's maiden name. At the time, it seemed like a practical decision, nothing more. But that new surname would eventually become associated with some of the most acclaimed performances of her generation. Movie audiences around the globe would come to know and admire her work. And Natalie Portman would become one of Hollywood's most respected actresses. That woman was Natalie Portman. Known for films such as Black Swan, V for Vendetta, and the Star Wars prequel trilogy, Natalie built an extraordinary career while also earning a degree from Harvard University. Today, at 45 years old, she remains one of Hollywood's most accomplished actresses. Number 4. Catherine Elizabeth Hudson. Catherine Elizabeth Hudson had a problem few aspiring performers ever encounter. Someone else had already become famous with a very similar name. Hollywood already knew actress Kate Hudson, and sharing nearly the same name could create confusion. So Catherine needed a new identity. She turned to her mother's maiden name, combined it with a slightly modified version of her first name, and created a brand that audiences would never forget. At first, it was simply a practical solution. But eventually, that new name would dominate radio stations, music charts, and concert arenas around the world. Catherine Elizabeth Hudson was about to become one of the biggest pop stars of her era. That woman was Katy Perry. With hits like Firework, Teenage Dream, Roar, and California Girls, Katy helped define modern pop music. Today, at 41 years old, she remains one of the most recognizable names in entertainment. Number 3. Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta. Stephanie always had talent, but she also had a name that didn't exactly sound like a future pop icon. While performing in New York clubs and working relentlessly to break into the music industry, she searched for an identity that matched her larger-than-life performances. Something bold, something unforgettable, something impossible to ignore. A connection to Queen's song Radio Gaga eventually inspired a completely new stage persona. What happened next exceeded anyone's expectations. The new name exploded into popular culture. Soon it was everywhere. Award shows, world tours, magazine covers, social media feeds. Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta was becoming one of the most influential entertainers of her generation. That woman was Lady Gaga. From Poker Face and Bad Romance to Academy Award-winning success as an actress, Gaga has continually reinvented herself while remaining at the center of popular culture. Today, at 40 years old, she continues to thrive as a singer, actress, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. Number 2. Destiny Hope Cyrus. Destiny Hope Cyrus received her future identity before she was old enough to realize it. As a child, she smiled constantly. Family members began calling her Smiley. Eventually, the nickname was shortened, and over time, it became the name everyone used. What started as a simple family nickname slowly became her public identity. Then came television success, then music stardom, then worldwide fame. Millions of young viewers watched her grow up before their eyes, and Destiny Hope Cyrus was transforming into one of the most recognizable performers of her generation. That woman was Miley Cyrus. From Hannah Montana to Grammy-winning music success, Miley has reinvented herself repeatedly while remaining a major force in entertainment. Today, at 33 years old, she continues to influence pop culture and music worldwide. Number 1. Oprah Gayle Winfrey. Our number 1 entry may have the most unusual story of all. Oprah Gayle Winfrey was named after a biblical figure, but there was one problem. Almost nobody pronounced it correctly. Teachers struggled with it, friends struggled with it, neighbors struggled with it. Again and again, people called her something slightly different, Oprah. Most people would spend years correcting everyone. She didn't. Eventually, the mispronunciation stuck, and what began as a simple mistake slowly became one of the most powerful names in media history. That name would appear on television screens for decades. It would become associated with influence, inspiration, and extraordinary success. Millions of Americans would welcome her into their homes every day, and one of the greatest personal brands ever created was born. That woman was Oprah Winfrey. Television host, producer, philanthropist, businesswoman, media mogul. Today, at 72 years old, Oprah remains one of the most influential women in the world. Not bad for a name that started as a pronunciation mistake. These stories remind us that in Hollywood, a name can be much more than a name. It can be a fresh start, a carefully planned brand, a tribute to someone important, or simply a lucky accident that ends up changing a life forever. What's fascinating is that many of these women didn't just change their names, they created entirely new identities. And in doing so, they transformed themselves into household names recognized all over the world. Of course, a great name alone doesn't create success. Talent, hard work, timing, and a little bit of luck still matter. But sometimes, the right name can make people pay attention long enough to discover that talent. As they say in Hollywood, getting noticed is half the battle. Now it's your turn. Which original name surprised you the most? And which celebrity do you think had the most successful name change of all time? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another celebrity countdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.